Not everybody's knowing the truth, but you know the truth. You can see the unicorn. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Saturn and Jupiter are worth a look at the moment, especially this month and last month. Being a general reading rules apply. You know, roles can be reversed. Masculine and feminine mean energies, not genders. Time is not absolute. The reading will occur when it occurs. However, with my readings, what I'd like you to do is ask me a question. Take a moment to just consider all the questions that are around you. Focus on one of them, because energy in, energy out. Now, I'm not going to know what you're asking, am I? But be aware of all your questions, because the cards will answer whatever they want to, not what you and I particularly want to have answered. Any further details about the reading down in the description, which I think I said that, but press subscribe while you're there. This reading either is for you or it isn't. If the past and the present don't fit, don't try and make it fit. File it away if you're going to watch the whole thing, or if not, click off, have a look at another placement of your sign, or even another tarot reader. There's some great talent on here. Look at my channel subscriptions. There's some great talent on this on YouTube. Right, so let me bring the other cards up. Nope. Yes, there we go. Computer doesn't always listen to what I'm saying. So the one thing that I get from all this, before I start even telling you all about it, your intuition is screaming something at you at the moment. Absolutely and utterly screaming it at you. We have the Four of Cups with your how you are feeling. We've got the Star right underneath the present, the foundation of the present. We have the High Priestess on the bottom of one of the decks. We have the Ten of Swords, an end of torment and a coming transformation, and the King of Cups, an emotional resolution. With the oracle cards that flipped over while I was shuffling, well, we've got this affirmation which popped out, but I wasn't sure whether it had popped out simply because it was the card out of the last reading that I just did, Capricorn. With each intake of breath, I draw in positivity. Now, I wanted to put it back in the deck, but it felt like it didn't want to go back in the deck. So, you know, I thought, well, okay, leave it out. But there's another affirmation for you later, just in case you're overwhelmed with positivity at the minute, which is possible. There's some great cards here, but also look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Hestia bringing inner fire, but remember, Hestia is the goddess of the home and the hearth. And waxing gibbous moon, which I think... Are we in waxing gibbous yet? No, I don't think we're quite gibbous yet, but we are waxing. There's a plug. Check out your waxing moon reading. There'll be one of those little end screen things at the end of the video. There's something that... There is something that you are being made well aware of that you need to act upon. Your intuition is screaming at you that you need to do it. And I do feel that although you are a little apprehensive and scared about this, anything that gets broken in the process of you facing this ain't a bad thing. Simple as that. You know, it's... might need some tidying up afterwards, but other than that, you ain't lost out that you need. Because where you are at the moment, we have the Sun card, clarified by the Three of Cups and the Two of Swords. There is something that you are not seeing. You're thinking that it's a wonderful situation around you at the moment. And with this Three of Cups, I don't do third-party situations with Three of Cups because this isn't a love reading. But I do get the impression that the people in your social circle, I'm not going to say friends, but the people in your social circle, they're not pulling all in the same direction. One swimming one way, one swimming another way. Everyone's got their own business that's going on, and Nobody's really paying attention, and apart from maybe you seem to be observing everything that's going on, but there is still something that you are remaining blind to. Let's see what that could be. You're remaining blind to the fact that change is needed, and that you're not looking at the causes of other people's anxieties as well as your own. There's certain things. I think there's certain things that, looking at what other people around you, your friends and your associates, are doing at the moment, they are certain things you just automatically turn away from because, yeah, I don't want to think in that direction because it causes me stress. And I think your intuition is saying, for God's sake, think in that direction, have a look at what they're doing, have a look at why they're doing it. There's some lesson in there for you. I don't think it's anything that's actually happening to you. It's just very, very present in your world at the moment. So now let's have a look at the relevant past, the why you are acting like you are. So there's a burden that you took on in the past, which ended up with you being a little bit isolated and a little bit left in the dark, although materially that you were fine. Things worked out, but I think it took a little longer than what you necessarily wanted it to do. Took more effort than you wanted it to do, and you felt a bit too lonely while having that burden on. But by the time that everything blossomed lovely for you, you were more worried about what you had lost, and you walked away from this, even though you had achieved a unity, possibly even a relationship. It was some burden that you took on. When that burden was taken away from you, you were heartbroken, even though the burden finally being taken away from you was a really, really good thing. For you, for your sense of freedom, for your sense of being able to move, your sense of being able to interact with others. It was almost like you'd been kept prisoner beforehand, even though materially you were fine. You were stuck in one spot. And when that burden was taken away and you had freedom, you were worried about what you had lost rather than the world that had opened up to you. And even though this could easily be a relationship or some form of partnership, some form of unity offered to you, you just went, stuff it, and walked away. So, something you learnt then is affecting how you're behaving now. That's the purpose of those two cards. When you walked away, you had a new beginning, you were still fine, you were being led by your intuition, and you ended up in a really, really good place. You were giving birth to a lot of creativity, a lot of joy, a lot of industry, a lot of abundance, but you were still nonetheless on your own. But the burdens that you took on board then, heavy as they were, seemed a lot more pleasant. This is a far nicer Ten of Wands card with all flowers and everything than this one, where he's screaming in agony as he pulls this pyramid apex along. Then something changed. Some news came in giving you a clarity of where you needed to move forwards, but you couldn't necessarily move forwards at that time because there was something that you were aware that all the pieces weren't quite together yet. Like you can't take the cake out the oven too quickly, it will collapse. There was that sort of thing going on. But in the meantime, you were honing your own skills and working out what you were going to do, making a commitment to where you are right now. But I don't think that commitment was heeded by the people that are around you, or that there was some news that came that caused the commitment or made you question the commitment. So where we're moving into, let's have a look how other people are. Oh, other people are fine around you at the moment. They're having new beginnings left, right, and centre, and some of them are wondering whether to move forward or not. But they are having new beginnings by listening to their lower natures, and maybe just being a little bit overconfident. And what you're fearing at the minute is that sticking to the rules is not going to give you the inner truths that you are seeking, and nor the chance of being the best you, the most professional you, the most active you. It's almost like there's a huge body of your work that may go unnoticed if you stick to the rules. I think you do need to stick to some rules, to a commitment that you made, but not their rules, because they ain't sticking to their rules. You can stick to the rules better than they can, in a more flashy way, in a more, hi, look at what I'm doing, and I'm doing this within the rules as well. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. There is, I can't see where, I can see that there is pressure upon you, but I can't see where it's coming from, because everybody else is so concerned about their own business and ignoring you. And that's part of the pressure, that you're not being seen here. Keep that commitment that you've made to yourself going, that commitment to spirit, because yes, you are going to be in a position of power and skill, even if you're a bit sort of, oh, is this really what I was asking for? Is this what I was looking for? But yeah, it is. Because that burden is going to take you places, and it's going to show you aspects of yourself that you need to come to terms with, and that you can maybe finally banish. Got that from that card before. But out of all of that, there is a new dream, a new direction for you, a clarity that's coming that will take you up a level and maybe put an end to the stress. Because there is stress coming in your direction. There's no doubt about it. There is stress coming in your direction, and I'm assuming it's from these people, but quite possibly it's because you're going to walk away from these people. You are left in a defensive place where not everybody's knowing the truth, but you know the truth. You can see the unicorn. News will come to you. Things will move fast for you as long as you hold fast and you defend your integrity. You defend what you have been doing yourself, and you nurse that in a fire, which will bring a form of wish fulfillment for you. Just make sure that you are wishing for the right things. You are wishing from a point of, yeah, this is good for me, and rather than, yeah, this protects me from a hurt or protects me from a pain. Because there is magic and passion coming for you, but part of that passion and magic that is coming for you is from your past, but not any of this recent past. Yeah, don't get too easily distracted by news. Don't get too easily distracted off your path, because you shouldn't necessarily put your swords down at the minute. Not that you need them that much, but you can end up, well, I mean, I'm saying for Four of Swords, and this is the lonely card, but I'm getting almost a religious revelation for it, as this guy is kneeling down in front of the Aurora Borealis or some such. Yeah, do stick to your own goal. You don't need to achieve balance with others. You can put that urge for balance with others down. Just stay on your path. Don't get too easily distracted. So let's look at the final outcome. Yeah, there's an intellectual dispute coming. But there's an offer coming towards you to get you away from the people that are around you who haven't really been paying attention. There are some good friends around you that will stick with you, but not as many as you'd like. But justice is coming, and you have a say in what is coming up. So, this looks like a work reading, to be honest, because I can't see the reason for all this politics if it wasn't a work reading. Why say work, job, charity, position? Even though the inner fire is all about the home and hearth, but these people that are ignoring you or that are busy with their own stuff and not necessarily sticking with the rules, it's affecting you at home as much as it's affecting you out in the world. You need to stick to the rules, but stick to the rules in a really flashy, showy look at how good I've stuck to the rules and I've still done this magnificent thing. The guardian angel of creativity. So yeah, there is a creative works coming here. Your intuition has been screaming at you. So if you've got an artistic muse within you that's been saying, do this project, you've been meaning to for a long time, get it done, get it started, listen to it, get it done, get it started. Creative energy flows for me the more I choose to express my feelings. You need to share of yourself. I am an incredibly generous being. They're not interested in the sharing, so you need to find the right place to share it, but there is that Knight of Cups coming. Wizard of Awareness. We've talked about being aware of everything that's going on around you with that Sun card. Trickery. Okay, while everyone is busy doing what they're doing, while their attention is looking away from you, do this creative project, do this special thing, whatever it is, within the rules, because you can take advantage of the quiet time and crack on with your dreams in a healing fashion. Okay, and the people that you need will come to you. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Remember, I was like, there's some friends who are and some friends who aren't. So almost like your friends are going through a big sieve, and you're finding out the ones that will stick with the newish you. Okay, so I'm not necessarily calling old friends, but maybe some of your older friends are not as suited to your path, and you are not as suited to their path anymore like you used to be. Dream and journey. Yeah, here's that point about change. I am always, the other affirmation card, I am always learning. I feed my mind every day. There is healing on offer here. You are going to be creating your own sacred site within you. So again, listen to that high priestess. Listen to that hand of God holding you the cup. There is another cup coming for you. But as aware as you think you are, there's something that you're missing right now, and you need to be ready for it. So crack on with your own creative move or project. Have faith. There is a sacrifice that is to be made, but one of the things that I think you are in danger of at the moment is trickery and envy. But I think really you're well aware of who's jealous. Well aware. Invoke the help that you need. Invoke that sacred self. Where is she? Because those cards were stuck to one another. The Shekinah, sacred self. It's soon going to be time to be grateful that you have spent this time working. Oh, I've gone blurry again. Working on the creative move, creative project. So, I hope that means something to you, Aquarius. I hope it makes sense of some office politics or some such, because, well, I ain't got a clue. Happy New Year. Have a look at your waxing moon reading, which should appear any second now if it hasn't already in one of them little, oh no, this side, one of those annoying end screen things. There will be full moon readings coming out shortly. Having said that, I'm late enough with these. But yeah, listen to your intuition. There is something that you've been meaning to get done for quite some time. Get it done already. Cheers.